Welcome to Crazy Old Folks and Friends. Yes, yes, we do have friends.
Okay.
I know that a lot of people have joined us in the past, and we've changed names a little bit here and there as we've aged and present different types of entertainment to everyone. But today we have some old friends, not in age, just in years that we've known them. And also one new addition, which I guess, Alan, you're not that new of an addition, but we'll find out a little bit about that soon. I just want everyone who's joining in today to stay with us, enjoy the chat. And along with me, of course, is Mr. Kenneth Weene.
Hi. By the way, Monica, did you know that since our last show I had a birthday?
No.
Yeah, I'm now this many years old.
That many years old.
That many years old. It is a good
It may be dog years, but
and Roz told me that now I'm old enough to use scissors.
Okay.
So
Happy birthday.
I'm sorry.
Birthday.
I think he's a little dangerous with scissors. What do you guys think? I'd like to introduce our guest, though.
No, I won't cut the guess. I'm
Okay.
a good boy.
Just don't be watching Psycho.
That's one of my favorite movies, actually.
Okay.
And I want to talk to you a little bit about like Twilight Zone that I caught in one of your songs that I adore. I knew Colin did that. Anyway, first I'm going to go from, as I'm looking, the gentleman with the black hat. If you don't know him already, you need to get to know him. This is Mr. Joe Symes. And Joe does most of the vocals. And of course, you got to hear him play the guitar. It's just fantastic. Now, what would we be without the very, very needed drumming? Mr. Colin White, hi, welcome. Nice to see you again. He's excellent, excellent. And actually, he's a good teacher also. So you might want to get in contact with Colin if you want some advice on how to handle percussion.
He is too.
Ah, so you guys are multi-talented, right?
Joe teaches guitar.
And Joe teaches guitar. Okay, there we go. If you want to learn from the best.
I can play a number of instruments. I can play a number of instruments. Yeah. I can play piano, harmonica, bass, drums.
I want you to play piano because
I can arrange string sections as well. All of
oh my
that.
goodness. Yeah.
Which is done on the new album, which you'll have to hear.
So it's not someone else doing that. Okay, that's something I didn't know.
You didn't?
I
Yeah.
learn something every day, every day. Alan, what is your last name, Alan?
Welsh.
Welsh.
As in the country Wales.
It's not really, he's telling you lies, honest to God.
Is he lying? Yeah, but it's a good story. I like it.
No, he's telling the truth. That's just my witty humour. Isn't it? The second name's Betty, really.
I wanted to say something, and I think Ken might agree with me on this. Musicians, bands, entertainers, I think they have a little bit of a responsibility because they're seen by so many others. And what I adore about your band is, well, first of all, you do your own vocals, you do, use your own instrumentals, and that's real and that's true and it's great.
Plus we write our own songs.
Yeah. But what you also do is you bring joy to people because a lot of your music it might be a sad story, but it's still feel-good music, if you know what I mean. It's not like, oh, it's the end of the world, we're all gonna die, and that type of thing. It's something that gives people hope and gives them pleasure, and we need that type.
I'm gonna interject something here. If Joe Symes and the Loving Kind were to perform a song about the end of the world, we'd all go jigging right along into it, happily going to the end. Because these guys, they pick you up, get you involved in the music, get you involved in the feeling, get you involved in the rhythm, get you involved in the melody, get you involved in the ideas. And that's why in all the world, they're one of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well, people, you feel the emotion in your songs, and that's what's so important, and so many really great vocalists lack, is that connection that you make with the people. Mm-hmm. And when they listen to your music, they absolutely do make that. But you did one song. Oh gosh, is it called It's All Right? Did I get that correct? It's on your new album.
Too late.
It's all too late.
Too late. It's too late. Yes, yes, yes. And I adore that because it showed another side also, because you're bringing out those emotions also. You know how tough it is in the world right now, and you brought that out, and I was, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And we're gonna play Please Please also, so people can see why everyone's loving that one.
Oh, great stuff. Brilliant.
Yes, please, please.
Did you like the video?
That we got to say.
I'm sorry, you asked, did we like the video?
Yeah.
Yeah. Monica, you want to respond to that?
Oh, God, I adored the video. And I'm going to be sharing it, but I want people to listen to it here also.
Well, visually, the video for Please Please, it was inspired by, the classic sort of James Bond style title sequences.
Yes.
That's where we got the inspiration from, because it was a guy called Maurice Binder who did a lot of the classic ones, and we kind of did it in that style. And I remember my brother was on holiday when the video was released on YouTube, and he sent me a message just saying, "I'm loving the tip of the hat to Bond." Smiley face. So I thought he gets it. He got it. Yeah. So a lot of us have too, but the feedback's been great.
That's something that struck me when I watched, both Please Please and It's Too Late.
It's all too late.
Why do I keep doing that? I'm sorry, because I'm going to get this right. It's all too late.
You probably thinking about it.
Both of those, so I noticed there was like bits of Twilight Zone and, quick flashes, and it was well done. And I think everybody's going to enjoy it. We'll be sure to get the links out to that. With the links where they can find you.
Monica, you're on some of these guys that I particularly like, which is, a lot of musicians, especially popular musicians, people see them as kind of like living in their own little world and not being part of the broader arts and things. And I don't know about you, Alan, but I know that Joe and Cullen, they're really, really very cultured guys. And if you look behind you, we have, now tell us about those pictures behind you guys.
Me? Oh, that is Ray Bradbury, my favourite writer of all time. That is Rod Serling, the creator and main writer and host of the classic show The Twilight Zone and Night Gallery. That is Boris Karloff in his later years while he was hosting a show called Thriller, which is excellent. And just on the edge there is the great Alfred Hitchcock. Now, that one, and that one were painted by him. And these like anthology shows, we love them. We think they're great, based on a lot of great stories too. And it's just part of our upbringing and our makeup. We love our classic shows, classic films, classic everything, and we're not afraid to wear it on our sleeves or put it on our walls.
Plus, there's another 2 paintings in the house
Over there.
that I did.
Edgar Allan Poe.
I don't want to Edgar Allan Poe.
Problem with this.
And there's another one of Jerry and Brett.
You have to understand. I'm rather taken aback that you don't have a photo of me up there as your favorite.
Very soon.
I've got a picture of you in a frame next to me bed. Love to Ken on.
But seriously, guys, it impresses me because you are an interface, not just with your own creativity, but you interface with the culture, with the arts, with the ideas. And folks, when you listen to their music, you hear references, you hear ideas, you hear thoughts. You know, this is not mindless stuff.
No.
You see, the thing is, I mean, the thing is with the bands is as well, is the fact that all that stuff that we grew up on and what we're into and stuff, that all has some sort of input into the music, whether it might be 2 notes or an idea for like an album or a video, little bits here and there and stuff and all. So it all contributes to it. It's like the baking of a cake, you know what I mean? You throw all the bits in and all that, and then, you know, you see the end result and you go, yeah, there you go and all that. It's like the new album. When you hear the new album, it's the feedback I've been getting from the album all over the world has been absolutely immense. And, you know, one person said it's like a 21st century revolver, which I was like over the moon about. Because when you hear it, it's not just like what was done before, it's advanced. There's there's trombone on it, there's string sections, you know, orchestra and all that, there's different instruments and all that, but the songs are still there. So, you know, it's be it whatever you think the end result, what you think about it is. But the best thing about it as well, which I'm pleased about again, which was like the last EP we done, A Place to Call Our Own. I think I said last time, I would have been worried if everyone who bought it only liked the one song. They didn't. They liked individual ones. So that was like a great thing for me, to be honest with you. I like the new album now. Everyone's got their favourite songs. You know, Tom's brother, we played in Liverpool on Saturday, and I asked him about the album. He said, well, he loves the album that much that he put it in his car and drove around the streets 3 times to listen to it over and over again.
I have to interrupt here because Thackeray has a very urgent question for you as the person here. Are we going to have a link attached to the YouTube video that people are watching so that they can get this album? And what is the name of the album?
The album's called Portmanteau. It's available on our website, which is www.joesymesthelovingkind.co.uk, and your copies will be sent out soon.
Yes, I can't wait. That in email. Okay, so Monica, we're going to make sure we have a link on the YouTube for that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We'll get as many links as we can up there for you, because
when you do get the new album, when you open it up, inside the first page is a 16-color booklet that comes with it.
Oh,
with all the lyrics and pictures.
Wow. That's almost like the old days, man. Wow. Yeah. I like that. I love it.
So when you see it, you open it up, there's pictures of us at gigs, festivals, rehearsals, all the lyrics are all there.
Monica,
so it's lovely to open it up and all that.
Sing all the songs?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, say it again to me.
You and I sing all the songs, because Thackeray wants to do that. He wants
no. Everybody would turn us off if we sang the songs.
that would cut your sales.
Yeah.
We'll respect.
You need to sing along to them. You'll be singing along to them no matter what. You'll be singing along to them no matter what when you hear it. Once you put the album on, you won't take it off.
Guys, that's your music. I mean, I don't sing usually, I hum, but I'm always, I'm always turned on by it. Alan, you've been with them a while now, but Thackeray had a question for you. because, you know, he's a relative newcomer to our family. And he was wondering, what has it been like to get to know these guys?
But we're all old friends. We're all old mates anyway.
Yeah, we go back. We go back quite a long way.
You know, we're actually old mates anyway. It's just the fact that, like, you know, Alan should have been with us from the start. You know what I mean? But, like, you know, things happen and stuff. You know what I mean? But, you know, we're all old friends anyway. So the best thing about it is there's no arguments. There's no, like, oh, you know, you're playing that wrong and you're doing that wrong, and you know, no, it just works really well.
Yeah, we've played music together before. So me and Joe have been in another band previous to this one. So yeah, and we've all got similar interests, so it works really well.
Just gels then. That's wonderful.
Absolutely.
That's a hard thing to find also. You know, you can
it is because, you know, I mean, like, you know, we had a few different members and all that, and they were just in it for, like, so to get out of it. They didn't, you know what I mean? It's like
for themselves.
Really, at that point,
yeah,
it was me and Conley with the band anyway. I was writing all the bass lines and guitar, you know, I was doing it all, you know what I mean? Whereas Alan comes in and puts his own things on. So there's no, you know, you know, all this. No, it just works well.
The chemistry's right.
Yeah, and you feel it. And you
That's amazing to me, you know, in a industry that is known for the frictions, the small band industry, not, you know, there's so many times where you hear in the background, oh yeah, and then we went back to the green room and had a food fight or something. It's just wonderful. You guys are telling us that you actually are a loving kind.
Yeah, we actually get on, unlike some bands who hate each other. We actually do get on, because I think I can speak for everyone here, but I find it weird that, you know, people who can work together who don't get on with each other. That I don't see how that could work. There's just something not right about that. If you've got a mutual sort of goal and you're all in it together, you've got to be like, well, yeah, we're doing this together. We're all part of it, collectively and individually. You know, there's some, you know, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts, as they say. And when everything's working together and everything's right, then it works right. It's like, you know, if you put something together, one piece isn't quite working, it's going to affect everything else. So I think with us and all that, everything is working correctly.
I think I can speak to that a little bit, Colin. See, when I listen to some of those other groups, okay, I like their music. I think their music is great, but I don't want to be part of it. I'm just a passive audience member. When you guys, you know, when I'm listening to your music, like I said before, I want to be part of it. I want to hum along. I want to sing along. I want to be part of it. And I think that is something you bring that's very special as a group to me, that your music, that because of that closeness that you share, that friendship, that genuine caring for one another, that the listener also cares and wants to be part of.
Yeah, you can feel
nice
it.
to hear that. Thank you.
That's nice to hear. We're not mates really, we just hate each other. I'm getting off.
I think one of the advantages of being in as a three-piece band, you don't have too many other members of the band pulling it in different directions. So we're all kind of on the same page, really, when it comes to writing the music and performing it live as well.
Plus, we get more money.
That's true. That's true.
However, Alan, let's be honest. Your favorite author is me, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, it's on your list, huh? You got to write more horror, Ken.
Well, I do have some horror.
I know, but you need to write more of it. See. Listen, what are you guys up to, though? Are you touring now, or you've got gigs set up?
What we're doing is now, next, believe it or not, we're actually going back in the studio at the end of November to start recording the fourth album.
Wow.
So the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth albums have already been written. They're done. So we're going back in to start the fourth one. We've only just put the third one up last week, and we're going to the fourth one now.
Yeah.
That's wonderful, though, to have that many creations, you know. Who actually writes the songs, or do you collaborate in that?
I write the songs. I'm the initial songwriter.
Okay.
I'll play it to them, and we all suggest stuff. Let's say, if you know what I mean. I mean,
Yes.
I've got loads. When I write a song, I've got loads of ideas for it there, but then I'll throw it over to Colin and Alan, and then they'll just do whatever they want, and we all suggest stuff, and we're all like, you know, we all contribute on like any ideas that we don't think will work, and well, let's try that, or if that works, or that works, and all that. When it starts coming together in the recording studio, it's like, I mean, for me, it's like, you know, get a song, I've already got loads of ideas, making notes and stuff and all that, as you know, as I've told you before. And it's no fun being a songwriter. It's no fun at all, because sometimes you can have a song and write half of it, and you can't finish it. And it's murder to finish.
But you'll go back to that eventually, won't you and me? And it'll just all of a sudden, boom, come to you? Or no?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I've had this as an author writing.
Yeah.
That I just can't get the ending or a part of the story I'm writing.
Right.
So I'll go away from it. But
That's
I'll
right,
go
yeah.
back to it at some point, and all of a sudden it'll click, and it'll be the right. Yeah.
Exactly. I always remember a quote John Lennon said, what I read years ago. He said, "Never leave a song unfinished, because you'll never finish it." And he said he had so many songs he never finished, and like he's just regretting that he couldn't finish them. He left them. And sometimes that's the thing with me, where like I'll get a song and I'll have it there, but there'll be like bits of like lyrics that are not right, and I'll just leave it, and then I'll come back to it.
Yes.
And look at it as a whole story, you know, sort of beginning, middle, and end. And some songs don't have to be like that at all. They don't have to. They can be about anything, you know. They can be about you like getting a bath, or, you know, walking down the street and stuff like that. You know, but as long as like there is a story in there, and if it doesn't matter to other people, oh, I don't know what that's about. It doesn't matter. It, you know, as long as I know what it's about. But then, if it does matter to the people and has relevance on their lives, then that's another bonus point for us.
Right.
You know, so the songs have to have meaning, and all that the songs on this new album, you know, a good chunk of it was written over lockdown. It was, you know. So, but when you hear it, you're just gonna, you know, I'll be surprised. You know, you will love it. You will love
I've
it.
only heard 2 songs from it, and I loved both of them, and that's unusual, you know, right off the bat. But I just can't wait to hear the rest of them.
I mean, please, at the moment, please, everyone's raving about please, and God,
Yeah,
what
they are,
and all that, you know, and
they should.
You know, it's a love song, and I'm not ashamed to say that it's a love song.
Some people would be. A lot of people have said to me, especially a very good dear friend of mine who's over in the States. She said to me, "Oh, what a beautiful song." And other people have said that too, and it's like, well, yeah, it is. So, you know, that's the only way you can describe it and all that. Yeah. We actually found out, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that the album, it's been out. It came out on the 27th of September, and we just found out, I think it was on Sunday, that it entered one of the UK chart called the Chart of Gold, which it entered their album chart at number 17.
Wow!
Already.
So it's top 20. So we're not complaining about that.
No, not at all. I wouldn't complain either. You know, I have to say something to Joe. When I was listening and to Please, and watching the video on it, I don't know why, but I felt like I think Joe has lived this. That's how how truly the emotions came out, whether you did or not, have that type of experience. Everybody feels you did when they listen to the song.
Are you asking Joe if this is a real love story?
No, I'm just saying that it feels like it was real.
Oh, it is. It's a real love song. It's a real love song, no doubt about it, and it's personal. But the thing is, I don't even remember writing it.
It comes through though. Then I don't
even remember writing it. I can tell you when I wrote loads of other songs and where it was, but I've got no idea when I wrote that song. I wrote it, and I can't think when. It was like, like 2 years, I think, but I don't remember. I don't remember how I wrote it or how it came about. It just happened. And the song.
This may be your best song, then, Joe. It came from just deep inside of you, and that's where the best art comes from.
Yeah, it just pours out. Yeah.
Yeah, it just came out. It wrote itself. It's like, yes, you turned around before and you said, you get it and you go away and come back to it. That just rolled out. It rolled out. And it's like, but I don't remember how. Not when I wrote it. How I wrote it. It just happened. The other songs, I know how I wrote them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And how they came about and stuff. But this just like.
It was just fun. Yeah.
It was so good.
We're not going to ask you who you were in love with, because that's pushing too personal here. But I'm going to ask Alan, now when you heard that song, and did you think of, as you were listening to Joe sing it to the group and introduce it to the group, did it bring you aware of one of the love affairs you've had in your life? Did it become personal to you as a listener? And I'm not asking you who it was with. I'm just asking, did you find that, did it evoke in you a personal response?
Not me personally. I think when I first heard it, it was basically we were just we learned it together here in Colin's front room. And it was just the chord sequence just struck me, gripped me straight away, how good it was just played on the acoustic guitar. And then it got a life of its own once we got into the studio and did all the other bits to it. And it's only then after that I started really listening to what he was singing about. And some of it struck a chord with me then. But at first, the music always grabs me before the lyrics do.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
But when we had it in the studio,
things about art that it comes together. And one of the things that fascinates me, I mean, I'm a lone artist most of the time. I sit at my computer and I write. Right. But some arts, especially like your group, it is a group effort, or making a movie or whatever. And when you realize that the sum is so much greater, the whole is so much greater than the parts come together, that there is a process that brings it to life for people.
Yeah, that's something everybody has to check it out. Absolutely. So
I mean, when we were in the studio recording that song, and when the strings went on it, the orchestra and stuff and all that, we were just like, wow, we just wasn't expecting it, you know what I mean? It's like, I was going like, yeah, tell me like that, got to do like that, sound like that, yeah, and all that, and staccato picking, ding, ding, and ding, ding, and all that. And when we got it back to the monitors, we were like, wow, and then, even then there was some bits that like weren't done on it. And then like I sort of held back, instead of playing lead guitar and from the start, I come in halfway through it. And then like a nice outro riff and all that, and then like Colin does tambourine and all that, and Alan's bass line's moving around. It's like it's got so much going on in it. I say it's probably one of my favourites I've written today.
So I think, Monica, let's again remind people the name of the album is
Portmanteau.
Portmanteau, which is a word for what?
Well, it has many different meanings, but the meaning, well, I know that it can mean two words to put together to make one new word. I know that's one meaning, but the meaning that we took with it is a portmanteau was an old Victorian travelling case. So if you were on your travels, you'd open it up and it'd have like a wash basin and a mirror and all these little drawers. So that's where the meaning that we took from it, because obviously, like, because the album is full of so many different sort of things. It's like each song is like a little drawer with that in, and the next song's that little drawer and stuff like that. And when you open it up, it's the whole album. So that's the meaning that we took from it.
See, and the thing is about it as well, when you look at the booklet, it's got personal stuff belonging to us in pictures. When you look at it. So, like, you go to the page of me and all, there's a picture of me dog that passed away, like, a doll that belonged to my mother, like, a picture of, like, a building in Liverpool. There's stuff. So if you go to, like, Colin's page, there's postcards from his dad to his mother. Go to Alan's page, there's, like, Everton Football Club programmes, like, things that are personal to us and all that. And when you see the pictures and all that and the layout, you'll get what we're talking about, because in the pictures, there's things in the pictures that you need to look at that relate to the album overall. So it's a pretty artistic thing, to be honest with you. Like, you know,
another dimension of the
my idea about the layout was stuff and all that. As you said with a booklet, that's old school. Yeah, it's like getting Sergeant Pepper and looking at you like, oh, what's all, like, you know, you're looking at it for ages and all that. That was the idea if I tell a booklet, so people can have the lyrics as well as look at the pictures and all that, like, and it's sort of once the pictures sort of go with the music and all that.
I have to tell you, portmanteau is one of my favorite words. And it's one of my favorite words because when I was young, I read Around the World in 80 Days. And of course, he carries a portmanteau. And I loved it. I just thought, wow, what a cool thing. I've always wanted one.
Me too.
I never knew what they were called. Now I do.
How you do? And I don't know if that's where you guys picked it up. I mean, it's such an unusual word.
Yeah, Colin said they did from that. Yeah, because that also little compartments in it. Yeah.
The thing is about the album title, no one knows what does it mean? So that's another thing for them to go and look at into it, you know what I mean? Instead of the album being called a bag of socks. You know? It's just like, yeah, it's got meaning behind it, so people can go, all right, what's that about? You know, we don't just want to put like, you know, that just put that on it. Yeah. No, because we, you know, it's what we do, you know.
That's a very good point, because, you know, I think all of us have in our souls, in our hearts, a portmanteau of the memories or pictures or whatever it is that you guys have tried to put together to help us understand the music. Oh, you know, here's something from me.
That's exactly.
I would feel so sad for somebody whose internal portmanteau was a bag of socks. That would be pretty bloody. That would be pretty bloody sad if that's the best memories you have are a bunch of socks.
Yeah, but it could be different color socks.
Well, actually, in my portmanteau there is a sock. There is a pair of socks, and that's a whole other story. But it's just one pair with all of these other things. But if all I had was a bunch of old musty socks, I'd be worried about it.
You'd be amazed what you get out of a pair of socks, mate, telling you.
I know. Well, actually, this is a good time of year to be releasing. And also, it's a good time to go back to the studio while it's cold.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I can't either.
I've only heard 2 of these songs, of course, as Monica has. We will be getting soon a whole album. But I'm going to tell you, you know, especially if you're over in England, in, you know, the British Isles or wherever, I this is a great Christmas present. I I think it's a great Christmas present here in the States too. I think I might have a few people. I'm going to have to see about getting. I guess you can get them here, can't you? Yeah.
Yeah, because your copies will be sent out soon, and people from people from the US and Canada and all different parts of the world can order all of our stuff from our website. So it's available internationally.
Yeah, I think
it's on CD and download. So everyone that you know and all that, tell them to go to the website and buy it.
Well, I would love to see people.
My grandson's getting a copy.
Oh, great stuff.
I would like to see people, though, from other countries get like T-shirts or hats or something, so that people would ask, "Well, who's that?" And they can.
Well, people from other countries have got T-shirts, because we do have T-shirts on the site, and there's people from other parts of the world who have bought band T-shirts. So that's already happened, and it's continuing to happen.
We need it to continue to happen, because that's the only reason that people don't know about you, because once they hear your music, they're hooked.
I have to now ask my question that I always ask every time. Now, folks, if you don't know, Joe Symes and the Loving Kind have been our guest a number of times. They are among not only Monica and my favorite people, but those of you who might remember Kerry Hall, who was our partner until she passed. She absolutely adored these guys and their music. And every time you've been on, I've asked the same question. When are you coming to the States?
When are we going to the States?
Well, there's a friend of ours in Louisiana, a good friend of ours called Mike Neal, who came over to Liverpool with his family this year to watch us play the IPO festivals in the Cavern and the Cavern Club. And he was blown away by us playing live. And his words were, "Man, you really blew the roof off that place, man." So
he did. That's what he said.
You do.
Anyway, what he said was, he's been going around the colleges in over his side and stuff and all that. And he's turned around and he's just been told that he's going to be a promoter. And he's setting up like gigs and all that. Now he turned around to me and said, what's the score he's getting over there? But there's things that that are sort of like preventing us from going and stuff and all at the moment. There's work permits, there's money, there's there's things like that and stuff and all that. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to go over there tomorrow.
Yeah, we all would.
Yeah,
would if you could, but Ken and I don't want to pass away before seeing you in person.
Right.
Because we'll have to go to the UK, huh?
Well, if you don't get over to the States anytime soon, I mean, maybe you could come over in the new year when,
I know, that would be fun.
I'd play in Liverpool. If you do see us live, make sure you got a pair of earplugs in.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Right.
It's loud, but classy loud.
Wait, look.
I love that, Colin.
With things your hearing goes, so you need it loud.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be loud. No point in it being like nice and quiet. We don't do quiet. We can't do quiet acoustically.
No.
Even when the quiet are loud.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think you guys are too exuberant for a lot of quiet music. I'll go to my local Buddhist temple for the quiet music. I want to hear you guys raising the roof.
Exactly.
Oh, when we're live, we're loud. When we're live, we are loud. But then we can go from being loud as loud as the Who to being as quiet as Burt Bacharach. We can do that, and then so we can still play them same songs in different formats. And not many bands can actually do that, and they actually admit it, which I think is really bad. So you can't play your songs on acoustic guitar. It's just you're not going to do it.
No, that's true.
We used to live around the corner from Burt Bacharach's restaurant. And I always was amazed at how soft the music was, enjoyable. And then we also lived right near where Billy Joel used to write his music, and it was a restaurant. And, you know, when you go in, and it's really interesting because the environment calls for different sound levels and different quality. And I imagine Burt Bacharach playing in Cristiano's, the restaurant that Billy Joel was in, and it wouldn't work. And I imagine Billy Joel playing in Burt Bacharach's. He actually named the restaurant after himself, and that wouldn't have worked. It just wouldn't work.
So if you're able to change according to the audience and venue, that's rather unique in itself also.
Yeah. Well, we did that through the night in Liverpool, where we opened up the set with like really loud songs. In the middle, we played 4 acoustic songs acoustically, which is from the new album.
And you know I love acoustic.
Yeah, we played a number of songs from the new album. We played some stuff from the first album, from the second album, the place called Our Own, Things Get Better. And the final songs that, you know, we did acoustics right in the middle, and then we took it back up again.
Yeah, that's great.
That is cool.
We can do that.
Well, I want to tell people they need to check out all your albums, all your releases, not just this one. They'll definitely get this one.
Yeah, follow that. Monica's going to have that link on here, folks. Follow it. And once again, if you guys would tell them your website just to make sure.
Yeah, it's www.joesymesthelovingkind.co.uk.
Yeah, and we'll have it posted here, folks. I want to thank you all for joining us. I don't think it would be a release of a new album for you unless we were able to have you on with us, because you're excellent.
When you hear this new album, I think when you hear this new album, you will definitely have a tear in your eye.
Yeah, I'll be going crazy one time.
Tell me now. I'll be very surprised if you don't.
You're going to have a tear in your eye, and your finger is going to force you back onto your mouse to click to buy the others.
Yeah.
Good shout.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good shout, though. That's a good shout. But when you put this album on, you'll probably want to put it on again after you listen to it, and then again and again. Because I do. I mean, like, you know, I'm to be honest with you, I put it on and say, well, yeah, okay, yeah. Then I'm looking at it like part of other music to listen to, like you know, the Doors, the Beatles, and you know, whatever and all that. I just put the album back on again. I'm like, you know, and a lot of people have said that of recent, even with the last EP and the new album. I can't stop listening to it.
Now that this album's done and it's out of our hands now, it's now down to the listener. We can now listen to that album as a listener, purely as a listener, and go, "That's a good album. I'd buy that." So because now that's now done. Now we can concentrate on just promoting it like we are now,
Yes.
and focusing on working on the next album. So this new album is now in the listener's hands.
So after I've listened to it, I sit down and go, thank God that's done. Get me a beer.
Well, can I hopefully let you know about the other songs when we
they buy their own album.
Sorry, say it again. I didn't hear that. What was that, Ken?
They heard it here first. You guys would buy your own album.
Yeah, you know, yeah. All of you not buying it.
More to the point, folks. Monica and I would buy it, and Thackeray says he would get me to buy it.
Tell Zachary to go and buy 10 copies of it.
We can buy it ourselves. Just listen.
Likes that idea.
The thing, just before we go, the thing is as well, we were in the studio and 3 of the songs has got strings on and violins and stuff and all that. What we did with the engineer was we told them we want 20 songs, take all the drums and the bass off and the guitars and all that. And when you listen to it, it's like, whoa, it's
different again.
It's different again. It's like, because the third song on the album, Long Lost Lovers, which is very Bacharach and David, it's that piano and all, and the strings and all. It's like, when you hear them stripped down with just strings on the acoustic and piano.
I love that. I remember very few bands would use, orchestra type instruments, but I remember way back when Yes did that.
I remember
it was their best songs, and it adds so much.
Years ago, Monica, with these guys, with Joe and Cullen, we talked about that, and I remember Emerson, Lake and Palmer was one of the groups that you guys mentioned.
Yeah.
Yes, they so.
In case you guys have ever wondered, do Monica and I, actually think about you guys? I remember conversations we had.
Yeah, we do too.
Yeah, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, I mean, like, they're a bit out there, you know what I mean? But, like, some of the stuff, like, because it's of that thing, like, of, like, that prog stuff with Yes and, like, the early Genesis and stuff and all that, But also Keith Emerson, he's done the soundtrack to the film Nighthawks, which stars Sylvester Stallone. Which Sylvester Stallone's like a policeman with a beard and all that. I'd say one of the best films ever made, which is underrated. But he's done the music to that, and it's like out of this world, the soundtrack to it.
Great film.
Yeah. I actually didn't see that, and I need to.
Listening to hear about music, and you're also getting to know something about film, and that's part of what makes Joe Symes and the Loving Kind such a great interview for Monica and myself.
Well, the thing is as well, because we make all the videos ourselves.
Sure, you get time to listen to the songs that Monica is editing into this. Monica, maybe it's time for us to turn off, stop, and all of us have a cuppa. What kind of tea do you drink, Joe?
Whatever I can get my hands on.
With milk and sugar.
Milk and sugar.
Tell you that the making of this album was all done under the influence of tea.
And biscuits.
And biscuits.
Tea and biscuits. Okay, folks.
Yeah. We did the ruttles. We did the ruttles on this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, guys, it's been really wonderful chatting with you again and catching up on what's going on with Joe Symes and the Loving Kind. But I think it's time that we let the audience hear a little bit about it, hear the songs, and I think they'll be just as hooked as Ken and I are. Guys, take care, guys, and we hope to see you soon. And I can't wait to hear the next one now.
Your copies are in the post.
See you soon.
Bye-bye, all.
Bye-bye.
Ta-da.
I'm so delighted you've taken a shine to me. You're so excited. Tell me, what do I need? Going down on my knees, please, please. No more surprises. You're taking your time with me. Hope for your rises, and as far as I can see, yes, you belong to me. Please, please. Won't you tell me what you're looking for? 'Cause it's true, it's you, and I want more. gonna shine to me. No more surprises. Tell me, what do I need?